Y'all ready to get in a little bit of trouble? Don't know what that means, but I'm ready too. Now, August is a notoriously slow news month, and it can be hard for me to find stuff to talk about. Fortunately, something popped up, Anthony Weiner. I just want to extend my thanks to him for rising to the occasion with this truly rock-solid story. Boner, today... I ran out.
You didn't say I
ran out. Today, there are new reports of sext messages from the disgraced former congressman turned disgraced former mayoral candidate. And this just a couple of weeks after Weiner was caught sending out sexy messages describing his own physique as deceptively strong, like a mongoose. I will point out that mongooses are much better at wrangling an out-of-control snake. Of course, that's my mongoose. That's the universal symbol for mongoose. Of course, there are pictures. I'm not going to show them, so if you want to know what they look like, put a cucumber under a linen tablecloth and then invite everyone in the world over to see it. And with this happening again, my heart goes out to Weiner's wife and Hillary Clinton's right-hand woman, Huma Abedin. You know what they say? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, damn it, Anthony. Just keep it in your pants till after the election. And earlier today, this is sad news, Ms. Abedin released a statement saying that she and her husband will separate. Yeah, that's right. She's finally cut off the wiener. In the statement, thank you very much. I've been waiting 4 years to make that joke. In the statement, she says, during this difficult time, I ask for respect for our privacy, something she's been begging her husband for years now. And this is shocking. He was just on this show like 3 weeks ago. Right. He didn't talk about his penis then, did he?
8 years of remarkable growth.
Okay, I stand corrected. Turns out. Okay, thank you very much. Here's what I don't get. I don't think these women are having affairs with him, so why is he doing it? Has no one told this man about the existence of pornography? Congressman Weiner, it's everywhere. You can even get it on that phone you're currently holding next to your penis. Or maybe Weiner just likes the danger, you know? He likes the danger of doing this. So, Anthony, why don't you just look at the porn while jumping off a cliff? And you know who's going to be thrilled about the latest Weiner scandal? 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick, who, on Friday, refused to stand for the national anthem. It is a shocker that something interesting happened during a preseason game. Now, after the game, Kaepernick explained, quote, I'm not going to stand up to show pride in a flag for a country that oppresses black people and people of color. Wow. No matter how you feel about his actions, you have to admit that took guts. I mean, I think football fans tend to be pretty patriotic, though obviously they all hate the Patriots. Of course... Of course, Kaepernick's getting some blowback from his fellow players. New York Giants lineman Justin Pugh tweeted, I will be standing during the national anthem tonight, and called Kaepernick's protest disrespectful. Yes, that is the nature of protests. They must always be respectful. What do we want? Racial justice. When do we want it? Later, the game's on. Maybe halftime at the earliest. And folks on the internet are saying Kaepernick's protest isn't that important, because right now, he's just a second stringer. And they have a point. I mean, after all, nobody paid attention to the I Have a Dream speech until MLK won that slam dunk contest. Now, I would love to see that. He could do it. He could do it.
He could do it.
He had been to the mountaintop, and he jumped off of it! The movie, you see this? The movie South Side with You opened this weekend. It's the story of Barack and Michelle Obama's first date in Chicago in 1989. Now, if you haven't seen it, I won't tell you how it turns out. No spoilers. But the reviews have been pretty good so far. It's got 92% on Rotten Tomatoes, because it appeals to everyone. Democrats like it because it's about Obama, and Republicans like it because it's about a time when Obama wasn't president. And this is a really good idea. A presidential first date movie seems like a winning formula. They should do it for all the presidents. And I, for one, would love to see Andrew and Rachel Jackson starring in Trail of Smiles. It's a movie about their first date when they went to a hanging and both laughed at the same parts. It was sort of Or what about Abraham and Mary Todd Lincoln starring in There's Something About Mary Todd? That was the second title, of course. The first title was Abraham Lincoln's Beard. And, of course, who wouldn't? That's why they changed it. Your reaction right now is why they changed it. And, of course, who wouldn't want to see Franklin and Eleanor Roosevelt in FDR, You Up? Which tells the heartwarming romantic story of how they met at a family reunion. Of course, look it up. Look it up. They're both Roosevelts, they're cousins. Of course, look it up, then laugh at it. Of course, all of our jokes come with footnotes here. Of course, the big news is last night MTV held their annual Video Music Awards, where they give awards to anyone who still makes music videos. Last night featured many asses, from Beyonce to Rihanna to Nicki Minaj to Kanye West. Kanye unveiled his new video, Fade, featuring singer and actor Teyana Taylor, sweatily dancing around a gym. Check that out. Wow. I really hope she knows it's polite to wipe that equipment down before the next person uses it. It's just polite. After 4 minutes of Teyana dancing, it ends with the image of a naked Teyana in prosthetic cat face surrounded by sheep. To see the whole video, you have to have a Tidal subscription or eat peyote and fall asleep watching Thundercats. But there was one glaring absence at last night's VMAs. Taylor Swift could not attend because she was in Nashville serving jury duty. Someone even tweeted photos of her in the jury room. And this is good for her to do, but it would have been so easy for her to get out of jury duty the same way I do. When I'm called for jury duty, I show up and say, I'm Taylor Swift, and they send me home. Now say hi to John Baptiste and stay human, everybody.